Well, hello, my beautiful Aries. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your singles love reading for mid-November right through to mid-December 2024. I've already cleansed your space and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about, pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings and I will never reach out to you personally to offer one. Also, I will never ask you for money, e-gifts, or donations. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful. There's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Aries, this is your singles love reading. I'm going to get your overarching energy first and then follow it with a Celtic cross just to see who is coming in towards you. So let us begin. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Aries? What do they need to know regarding their love situation? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to be aware of at this time? Please show them the way. Who is coming towards them regarding love? What are my beautiful Aries meant to know at this time for their highest good? Can you please show them who is coming towards them? Your first card there is the Clock Tower. So it can indicate that some of you have withdrawn from the dating scene. You may feel a little bit isolated right now as you focus on projects and responsibilities. It can also indicate that you've been waiting a long time. You're someone who naturally stands out from the crowd, but you may not know that about yourself. You have a personal magnetism that sometimes you forget about or you do not give yourself credit for. You also have, you're the first sign this whole season to get the hearts, okay? So, you're the only sign out of 12 who actually indicated there with the energy that you are calling in a soulmate. I mean, every sign, there is an energy of people meeting a person, but strongly there is a destined energy about you to meet the one. I feel like you've been basically conserving yourself and waiting for the person who's got the whole thing that you're looking for. You know, the spark, the chemistry, the passion, the romance, the adventure. And I feel like you are not settling for second best. And I really get an energy here as well that some of you may have felt that you've been a bit of a homebody, that it's time to come out of your comfort zone, take action, go to events, check things that are outside your usual parameters, really expand your reach, broaden your perspectives and your horizons. I'm just going to go and get your first card for the Celtic Cross, and then we shall begin your energy. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Aries? What do they need to know? What is the starting position for their Celtic Cross? We got the Queen of Swords, super independent, self-sufficient. You don't need anybody, but you want to be in a high-level commitment. You want to find the one. Now, it kind of indicates that love has not been your priority for some time. I mean, it doesn't mean you don't want love. It means that, you've had other things on your plate. When you have the clock or the tower there, it can indicate that basically you have been operating in a certain structure which has bound you, and some of you may feel stuck in that structure, to responsibility or to your projects, or you feel there's a time and a place. Some of you may have felt like it was not the right time to open up to love. I definitely see some of you actually were in a high-level commitment in the past and it disappointed or let you down there, and you've been healing from that, getting over that, and you may have removed yourself from looking for love because of it ever since. I feel there's an energy here of restlessness. This card, it is the equivalent of the Tower. So it can indicate that some of you were shocked in love in the past. You may have been in something that you felt was comfortable, something that you thought was for the long term, but suddenly it's like the carpet being pulled from underneath your feet, and you're healing from that shock ever since. Know that true love is on its way for you, and it's a high-level commitment where you will feel secure, with someone who actually makes an effort in a relationship as well. And I feel a lot of you have been withdrawn from the dating scene because you haven't found anyone who has that chemistry, that sense of romance. But also I feel this is about you focusing on prioritizing yourself at this time as well. This card can indicate that, you know, you have been having moments of feeling loneliness, but it's not constant. There's just pangs of, you know, yearning where you want to be in a high level commitment. But also I feel that, you know, you have been very strong in your life to show up for yourself and focus on the things that require your attention right now. So I feel some of you have like removed yourself on purpose from searching for love because you have other things on your plate trying to make your life run smoothly in some way. And now, this can also indicate that there have been some challenges or obstacles on your path and you've been waiting a long time when it comes to love. Some of you may feel that, you know, you've been left out in the cold, okay, that you may have felt that time has been passing by and that actually love is not coming for you, but that's not true at all. It's number 19, which means you've been learning to find happiness within yourself and learn that your happiness is not tied up in another person. It's not tied up in your job, or if you're retired, it's not, you know, tied up in what you used to do. Happiness comes basically from the self, okay? So this is about you learning to love yourself inside out and find happiness within. So that's why you may have felt like you went off grid or you've been going through a personal journey of discovery in order to let go of feelings, experiences, or beliefs that are outdated now. And also this can indicate that you are, you know, tapping into higher frequencies, which means anything that's not authentic and true is falling away in your life. Friendships are changing, relationships, you're moving on from them. This is about authenticity and tapping into a higher love. Now, of course, you've got the hearts there and it's in the resistance position, so it's like you got it in the reverse, which can indicate that you've been waiting a long time for your soulmate, but also it can indicate that you're healing from a past experience where the bubble was burst, let's put it that way. And I feel like you connected to someone who perhaps was not emotionally available to offer you the love that you truly deserve and desire, lack of confidence in that relationship. I feel things got stuck in a certain pattern or cycle of repeat. And I feel, you know, that you've been processing that. But also it can indicate that some of you were let down or basically almost like discouraged from wanting to find love. So I feel you may have put it on the back burner or withdrawn briefly, because this is a card that often connects to the Tower, but also to Hermit energy, where we just kind of like find comfort and stability and structure in our everyday, and we don't really want anything or anybody to kind of mess with that. So I feel a lot of you have been prioritizing your own needs, and this card, it moves into the upright position after the 6 weeks period. So that tells me that love is on the horizon for you, that it's not too far away either. It's number 6 when you reduce it. 2 + 4 is 6, which is the Lover's card. This is a high level commitment coming in, someone who actually offers a higher level of vibration and love than you've had before, but it also indicates soulmate, you know, love, passion, a romantic connection, a commitment, a long-term commitment at that. And I feel this is an indication of going out there and enjoying pleasure and fulfillment. But I feel a lot of you have been finding that fulfillment within yourself first and in the circumstances around you, tapping into what brings you joy there too. Now, I'm also picking up, and I'm going to pull a quick card on this. I feel there's someone that you already know who has hidden feelings for you. Now, I'm not sure if this person is actually going to tell you about their feelings for you, but let me just pull a card on that. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Aries? We've got the World card here. Now, this can indicate that this person is at a distance from you, okay, or they are at a different part of the world than you, or perhaps they have relocated or traveled elsewhere. The World card can indicate that they feel that, you know, that ship has sailed. You know, they feel that there's a crush energy here. They have a feeling of love for you, but they're not able to act on it. I'm not seeing that they're with someone else or committed to anybody else, but I feel like they just feel like that ship has sailed, okay? I'm not sure why. Five of Swords, this person, you know, they tend to talk themselves out of things. I feel also that there's an energy here of this person being under a lot of pressure, or perhaps they see you as being under a lot of pressure and that you're not open to love. This person, they have a lot of integrity, actually. It's almost like they're hurting themselves. They feel like they're not worthy of the love that you have to offer. So I feel that this person, there's two energies here. I feel like they're a bit shy in comparison to your energy. They feel like they're not enough. So they have some more spiritual work to do, some more lessons. That's why the World card is present there. It's a card of lessons, completing cycles. And I feel this person, it's like there's a bit of self-sabotage there, okay? They're a good person, deep down, this person, but they tend to self-sabotage a little bit, or they feel like they're not good enough and they have to gain more confidence through lessons in their life before they're truly confident to kind of open up and tell you how they really feel. I mean, intuitively, I feel like you know who this person is, but it's not going to go much further than where it's at right now, especially since this person feels like the ship has sailed. But their energy is swirling around you, so I just had to mention it. But looking at your starting position, Queen of Swords always looks to the future. So I feel like you're looking for new energy. Now, your outcome energy, we have the House, which means high-level commitment, settling down, but also because it's partnered with the Man card, and this is not a gender-specific reading, it can indicate that, you know, you've been a bit of a homebody because you've got into a certain structure. You know, sometimes the Tower can indicate our home space. It can represent that we've got into a certain level of comfort or a cycle repeat that feels comfortable, but then it starts to become frustrating because we're experiencing the same things, same people, same places, same faces, and there is a desire for new. So some of you, you know, when you get that antsy, frustrated kind of feeling, it's because the universe and your body is saying something needs to change, or you need to meet new people or have new experiences. So you're coming out of that comfort zone. And I feel doing new things that are quite exciting there. Now, of course, the House can represent that you are going to settle down with this person, that you feel comfortable with this new person coming in. I mean, this card indicates that you're taking charge of your life, my beautiful Aries. It represents Emperor energy, which means that you're serious about opening yourself up to love. But it also indicates there needs to be a balance between your responsibilities and also finding love. Because remember, having love in your life is also a form of self-care. So I feel it's important to acknowledge that you are taking some decisive action in your life right now to either like go out there, experience new places, maybe go to festivals or events, or try places that are outside your usual parameters. You know, this person is outside the house. So I feel like wherever you meet this new person, you are going to be out and about doing things that really excite you, bring you joy. Thank you so much. I'm truly grateful. Now, I just had an energy which came through, and it's not going to resonate with everybody. It's about 6% energy that I've got coming through, and I just heard you may meet them in the bank. Okay, so that's really random. So if some of you, I mean, most things are online these days. So if you're going into a branch of a bank, perhaps you're going to meet someone who either works in a bank or perhaps is in the bank. So please take that as it resonates. There's only about 6% of you. Maybe it's that you meet someone who works in the bank. Please take that as it resonates. I'm going to move on from that energy there. Thanks so much. I'm truly grateful. Now I'm seeing a Monopoly board. Now a Monopoly board has come up before. Oh gosh, let me just see, because I'm only seeing compartments of it. There is a bank connected to the Monopoly board, isn't there? Okay, so maybe this person is a keen Monopoly player, or perhaps they're into real estate. Maybe it's because they're financially, secure in life. It may be a conversation that you have with this new person when you meet this new person about Monopoly, or I'm not sure. I'm just going to leave that there because it seems to be all tied up, but I can't give you anything more than that. And it's connecting to about 6% of you. So because it's not such a larger percentage energy, I'm just going to, with respect, disconnect from that. But every sign, symbol, or song, or whatever comes up in the readings, it's there for a reason. It means pay attention, because it may mean nothing to you right now, but suddenly it means everything, and everything starts to slot into place. So I'll leave it there. Now, your starting position in the Celtic Cross is the Queen of Swords. You're super independent, but also you're being really decisive about what it is that you want in a relationship. This is clear-cut vision of saying, okay, you don't want any time wasters, that's for sure. With the Queen of Swords and the Clock Tower there, it's like you are not here to waste your time. You're conserving yourself, waiting for the one, and you will know when you meet the one. Queen of Swords indicates that you're setting healthy boundaries for yourself. You are increasing in self-esteem, in confidence, knowing your value. You're making great decisions for yourself, and actually you're learning to articulate your needs in a relationship from a healthy space. So doing a lot of purposeful, inner work is what I see there. Also, I feel like you're being super honest with yourself and saying, okay, this is where I'm at right now. And if there's no opportunity to meet new people, what can I change? What events are outside my usual parameters? Do I check out that event across town or in a different neighborhood? Do I go traveling? Do I join a new group? So I feel a lot of you are seeing what's outside your usual kind of things in order to experience new places. But because it is your starting card, as you can see there, it has that wolf, which represents Pathfinder energy. So I feel like you're finding your way, being connected to your life's purpose and mission. Whether you are in a career, whether you're retired, I feel this is about your calling and listening to your inner compass. And as you can see, is wonderful red splashes there for passion, intensity. Some of you have been feeling a little bit on autopilot in life, and you're a fire element. So this can indicate that some of you feel like you've been drifting or just doing life, and things have got a little bit same, a little bit boring. You feel a little bit detached, on autopilot, and it's about rediscovering your passions and reconnecting to that lust for life. What really sets your soul on fire? What has that spark of intention? But also, as you can see in the background, we've got that cage there and all those birds flying free. So this indicates that you're called at this moment in time to enjoy your single life, to really know who you are, what you love, what you don't love, what you want in a relationship, certainly what you do not want in a relationship. This is about enjoying your solitude and really like living in the present moment, and everything else will flow from there. So that is your starting position. Let's see the rest of the Celtic Cross to see who or what is happening in the next coming weeks and months. Now, your crossing card is the High Priestess, which tells me you're doing a lot of reprogramming. It can be that you are, ending ancestral cycles that have been very difficult, that may have been playing out in your ancestral lineage. A lot of you are deepening your spiritual gifts, tapping into your inner awareness, and I feel like you've been doing a lot of soul searching, prioritizing your own needs. It almost feels like you withdrew from love on purpose because you knew that you needed to take some time for you, or you had, of course, other responsibilities on your shoulders. I mean, you have the Hermit here, okay? With the Hermit, the Tower, and the House, it can indicate a lot of you have been a bit of a homebody recently, and you want to get out of that comfort zone. But it can also indicate that you're so fed up of the dating scene. You're like, oh my gosh, it's oversaturated, same sort of people, not looking for something that is serious. You may feel that people are very transient, that, basically it's really hard to meet someone in a sea of like billions of people. It just feels like it's really hard to find the one. So you're exhausted and you're just tired. I mean, a lot of you also feel that it's really difficult to meet someone and kind of like sustain your life as well, and you've got other priorities on your plate right now, so you're just feeling a little bit unsure about how love is going to find you. We do have a flipper there, so we got the Chariot card, but I feel more than anything the next coming weeks and months for you, my beautiful Aries, is all about reconnecting to your passions, connecting to what it is that brings you joy. How would you like to receive? So we have the Four of Swords, we have the Six of Swords, and we have the Ten of Pentacles. So a lot of responsibility on your shoulders. I feel a lot of family responsibility as well there. Nothing wrong with that. I feel, you know, connecting to your soul tribe or whoever you consider your soul tribe, very important there. But the Ten of Pentacles as your outcome energy tells me that you will settle down with a person and it's marriage if you want it. I definitely see that you will build a home with a person and it is secure. Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Cups, they often connect to marriage or long-term relationships. And there is a journey to get there, okay? I want you to be aware of that. Some of you may even be thinking about a spiritual retreat at this time or developing spiritual gifts. Maybe a lot of you, because we've got that Two of Swords there and that Four of Swords, it can be that you're joining either meditative groups or you're actually focusing on inner peace or things that bring you peace. Things that really help stretch your mind, things that perhaps put you in a group of people that are passionate about the same sort of things that you are. Because I feel a lot of your next coming weeks are about getting to know yourself on a deeper level and tapping into your higher self. And these things may be connected, okay? I feel like you're doing something for you. Some of you, there is travel here. You have the Six of Swords and you have the Chariot card. But ultimately, those two cards mean that there is movement in your current situation and you are being guided towards the person that you're meant to be with, okay? So let's get to the crossing card is the High Priestess. Now, this can indicate that you have been feeling a little bit withdrawn from the dating scene. It's almost like some of you may have experienced an event in your past where it broke your trust. So if you have been cheated on or lied to in the past, you're healing from that, and it takes a long time to move on from that. But know that the new person who's coming in is presenting as you know, a secure person who is loyal, who is honest, and is a life partner. This person is going to walk by your side in confidence. They're strong enough to walk by your side there with that Ten of Pentacles. But the High Priestess can indicate that right now you've been going inwards or you felt a little withdrawn in order to seek inner knowledge. You may also feel a little bit in between worlds. That's why I said a little bit on autopilot, like you've got responsibilities, you're, you know, spinning plates, multitasking, doing life, and it would be nice to find a partner, but sometimes it feels like a little bit erratic or busy, and it's really hard to put yourself in a position to find someone new. But that High Priestess can also indicate an energy of being quite strict with yourself, that you feel the need to either be off grid right now or to you know, focus on alternative things that will benefit you and your inner world before you decide to open up your life to another person. You know, the High Priestess is an energy of, like, of course, not talking to anyone right now. So if you are talking to someone right now, I would say I'm not picking up on your energy. So I got to be honest with you. But this High Priestess, it feels more that there's an inner knowingness about what it is that you want. And this is also an energy of mystery, okay? So it's like the mystery of love, but I also feel like you present a mystery to other people. And I feel there is an energy here of learning to communicate your needs from a healthy place. And that's something that you've been going through as well. When you get this card, it also indicates sometimes you fluctuate between having faith that love is coming towards you, and then other times you may feel that it's never coming towards you. And it's very important to recognize with your starting card that thoughts become things. And the Queen of Swords is, you know, the Queen of Thought. Now, this is not a gender-specific reading, but it does highlight that what we think about, we bring about, and what you can see in your mind, you can have in your hand. So even when doubt creeps in, which as sometimes it does, we all experience moments of doubt, this is about overriding those fears and recognizing that there is someone coming in for you. I want you to be aware of that, okay? And it is a secure relationship. But I feel right now there is like, and this may not resonate with everyone, but I have to honor the energy that's coming out here, and I will pull a card on it because there's two queens in your reading here, okay? And this can indicate you and a friend doing something, or it can indicate aspects of self, for example. So I just want to pull a card on that because I feel this is about you going from a place of detachment or feeling like you're on autopilot, because for some of you, it could be that you're in fight or flight mode or survival mode in some area of your life based on previous experiences that you need to process right now. And you're going through that difficult phase in your life. And you're just going to come out the other side with a lot of vitality and passion and reignite that lust for life. And for some of you, it's that, you've just got so much on right now that connecting to things that you're really super passionate about is hard. So I have to honor the fact that you're going from a Queen of Swords, which is, as I said, very detached, to a Queen of Wands. So this is about rediscovering a part of yourself where you feel excited and enthusiastic about, connecting to life's passions. But also Queen of Wands is about spending time with creative people or people who have soul connections. So I feel some of you may have even felt a little bit withdrawn from friendships recently as well, or notice that they're evolving because you are maturing and changing. And as you raise in vibration and go through an awakening, everything around you changes too, because you're not the same person. So I feel some of you are going through that, but I just need to clarify, is this two people or aspects of self for my beautiful Aries? Yeah, it's basically aspects of self, transforming your life, because the Ace of Wands indicates that there is chemistry between you and someone new. The universe is basically indicating a need for you to trust your hunches, especially when you've got the High Priestess there. It's like, listen to your inner calling. And if you are called to go and do something creative, or called to go to an event, or to transform your life in a certain way, embrace your passions, because you're about to be put on the path to meet someone who is right for you in terms of a high level commitment. So I would say this card, aces always present new energy. This is aspects of self, you reconnecting to your passions and that lust for life, and all else starts to flow from there. The universe is sending you someone who is going to transform your life. And I feel like this is about inspiration within yourself. And there is a strong energy for you to reconnect to your desires. And I feel this is about you turning dreams into reality as well. It's like when life gets turbulent, as you can see that cloud there, that represents very turbulent energy. Suddenly the universe pops in and offers you an opportunity. And on this particular ace, there is a wand, and this is chemistry. This is a spark. This is, you and a person having a wonderful connection, and you don't see it coming, okay? So it can indicate there is a need, though, for you to reconnect to something that really, truly makes you happy, and you are finding your way back to that sense of self. Now, what is below you? We've got the Hermit energy. This is the earthly plane position. So this can indicate that you're exhausted and life is tough. It doesn't have to be about love. It doesn't have to be about, your business or your family. It's just life is hard and you're exhausted. You're spinning so many plates right now. And the Hermit can indicate that you have withdrawn in order to seek inner counsel or to rediscover inspiration. Because as you can see, the Hermit has the star in the lantern. The star always represents healing or inspiration or a need to reconnect to higher wisdom and embrace the newness of life. There's a new phase of life here. Often the Hermit, and it's not gender specific, the Hermit goes into the cave of life because they're tired or they want to remove themselves from society, to go off grid, to find themselves on that journey of self-discovery, going through a soul-searching mission, but also because tired of the same old things. So the dating scene can indicate that you're just so exhausted of this oversaturation or this expectation not being met that every time that you pop your head out there to see who's out there and be curious about options, it always leads in the same direction, disappointment. So you're like, well, what is the point? It's almost like a discouragement of even looking. So this Hermit energy can also indicate that, you're someone who is mature enough to know what you want in life, and you've created space for a healthy relationship, and you may find that you've met people who are not as mature as you, or does not want the same things as you, or inconsistent, or basically they're not ready to settle down and you're just so over it. So I feel like you have been prioritizing other things at this time and you've been waiting, okay? The past position is the Wands, which is the weight. And I feel it's in the past position for a reason, because it means that the wait is over. But ultimately, that Wands can indicate that you're frustrated. Also, some of you are creating some major lifestyle changes in your life right now, and you're just waiting for the results. It's like you may be trying to purchase property, for example. Some of you may be trying to feel more secure in your everyday circumstances, focusing on money. Some of you may be focusing on family responsibilities or financial structures to keep yourself secure in an ever-changing, volatile economic market, for example. So I feel a lot of you have got so many things on your plate, and that of Wands, there's a little black cat there which represents independence. So I feel this is the planning stages of something, and I feel for some of you this could be that either you are planning some sort of event, party, or a milestone birthday for next year, for example, or for some of you it could be that there is an event that you have been invited to or will attend, or you're not sure about whether you will attend it, but you're thinking about it. And it could be that you're about to go and do something connected to that. But more than anything, the major energy that I have for all of you is that there is a creative endeavor that you've been yearning to do, and you've been putting it on hold, okay? Some of you, it could be that you're saving for it. It could be a course. I feel it involves other people. So it could be a creative collaboration. For some of you, it could be get more community oriented and get to know people on a creative level. It could be that you're trying to set something up in your life and you're waiting until that's done before you can open yourself up to meeting new people. But it's almost like whatever it is you've been putting off or holding off on, that is the vehicle to actually meet this new person. So yeah, I feel a lot of you, things are going to develop unexpectedly. And I feel that right now, on a personal level, you're aligning yourself with your heart's desire. And the universe is reflecting back to you, this answer, which is, you're aligning yourself with what you need right now, and the perfect situation for you to find love and make progress in that department is actually going to occur, but you must envisage something new. This card is, being in the process of doing new things or broadening your horizons. Three of Wands indicates the precipice of change. And for some of you, this is you going to a place with people you already know, because threes tend to be groups of people. So the fact that we've got the Queen of Wands there as well, even though when I clarified it said these are aspects of self, this card indicates that there may be something that you're planning to do with another person or planning to do that puts you in a group of people, especially since that Queen of Wands, which is all about that fiery energy that is within you. And some of you may have felt like you've been laying dormant for some time, and now it's about you embracing your passions. And this is you being in the flow of meeting like-minded people, expressing yourself, being inspired, being creative. And I mean, for some of you, I'm getting a strong energy of artists coming together or doing some sort of artistic thing that you are interested in. Could be that you have a hobby or you have a gift that you're not exploring, for example, and you're tapping into that hidden potential, and it puts you in a group of like-minded people. Because I feel strongly that wherever you meet this new person, it's connected to something you're passionate about and something that you're doing that brings you joy, and that's where you meet this new person. So that Queen of Wands also highlights that you are magnetic, that you are attracting some attention towards you. And you won't be able to see this though, because we've got the Two of Swords. Now the Two of Swords indicates that, things are at a stalemate for the next 6 weeks. So I got to be honest with you there. Because you have the hearts in the resistance position, I did mention that they go into the upright on the cusp and after the 6-week period. So I feel like you are going to meet a new person and you are going to attract a lot of attention, but it feels like it's after the 6-week period. Don't get me wrong, there could be some flirtations coming in for you here, but I feel that there is some sort of change that you initiate that puts you in the path of meeting this new person. And the Two of Swords is in the 6 weeks period, which basically means you won't see this love coming. But Two of Swords can indicate that you're creating balance in your life. It can also represent a conversation. Okay, so it could be that you strike up a conversation with someone, but you don't see it as love at first. Okay, so let me just pull a quick card on that Two of Swords, because that is like the next 6 weeks. It's like the near position, which highlights that there is a potential for conversation. Okay, but it's almost like it doesn't move much further than a conversation for 6 weeks, and then it starts to move along. Something changes in the dynamic. The Fool card, it's the start. It's you taking the leap of faith. It's you doing something that you're passionate about. Okay, so again, it feels like something that you've been holding off on or putting off for now. When the right moment appears for you, you will launch this new thing or embrace this new thing. This also can indicate that this is about having fun. Okay, it's about potential. So I would say, and I got to be honest with the energy, it feels very much like 60-40. 60% of you, it's you kind of like doing something new that will occur in the next 6 weeks, and you meet someone through that event. And the 40% energy is some of you talking to someone new or having a conversation with someone in the next 6 weeks, and then it starts to evolve. You both go out and have a lot of fun, and it has a lot of potential to turn into a high level commitment. So that's strongly coming through here, but this basically means a new journey or a beginning. So I feel this is about the beginning of you reconnecting to your passions more than anything. So I mean, it is an Aries card there as well, so it's like rediscovering your playful side or being more open-hearted to love, and not seeing love come towards you. As you can see there's two beautiful horses, and both of them are blindfolded. So it can indicate, especially since there's a Chariot card here as well, which tends to normally have two horses. There's two Pegasus here, but it's like it could be that there's two people, you meeting a person, and both of you don't see that the other has feelings for each other. Okay, because I feel there's this energy of not really knowing, are they, aren't they, do they, don't they, that kind of like the dance of love, you know, not someone who's playing games. I don't see that at all. I see someone who's actually true blue coming towards you, but it's almost like that flirtation of like, oh my gosh, you kind of like them, you're attracted to them, because there is attraction here with this card, and it feels very much like it starts to develop, but you're not like sure whether this person likes you, and they're not sure if you like them at first. So I feel it develops, this one. Okay. Now, your advice to yourself in this moment is to take charge. The Chariot card is to, make progress, to do something different, to commit to something that brings your energy levels up, something you're passionate about. The Chariot card is also movement. So for some of you, it could be travel. Some of you may have been putting off a vacation. Three of Wands is to, be on the precipice of change or initiate some sort of change or book something that you're waiting for. So it could be that when you go on this vacation or make this move or actually, reignite your passion for something, this is where everything changes. And because this card is in your advice to yourself in this moment, you know that you need to take charge and change something about your life. Otherwise, if you don't change, everything will remain the same. And the universe does not want us to be stagnant, okay? So that Chariot card also indicates that you will achieve your desire, but there must be change. There must be movement, transition. Now, of course, the Chariot card can also indicate that you are harnessing your energy, okay? So it's really about prioritizing what's important for you, the event that you really want to go to, as opposed to the event that you feel like you should go to. It's about working out what's important for you and spending your time effectively. So basically taking charge of your schedule, of your energy as well. And this card also tells me that your motivation returns, your motivation to find love. So this is an assertion of your will. Whatever you put your energy to and gain confidence in, that is where you are going to see success. So I feel that your confidence levels are up, and that you are magnetizing. This is a card of being highly magnetic. So this is the potential, and it tells me that you are going to attract a lot of attention. For some of you, there's going to be two people attracted to you. And this is aside from the person who's never going to tell you how they feel, okay? So I would say there could potentially be 3 people here. One who's never going to tell you. We mentioned that at the beginning. It's a friend. They feel like that ship has sailed. But there's another person. I feel like, you know, you could have the attention of 2 people, and ultimately you get to choose, but you'll know who is the one that you want to settle down with. You will know, okay? Now, the 4 of Swords is the external circumstances outside of yourself. Sometimes we are put on pause on purpose when it comes to love because we need to get to know ourselves on a deeper level. 4 of Swords also indicates that you're in a period of protection, that your prayers are being answered. Whatever it is you're asking for, the universe is going to deliver. But that 4 of Swords indicates you've been asked to have a period of reflection to really know what it is that you want. Okay, and I mean, 4 of Swords is getting closure on the past. It's a withdrawal energy in order to focus on your own needs and find inner peace. But for some of you, because there's so many movement cards, I would strongly say, if I was doing a reading one-on-one, because, you know, there's a lot of energy swirling in this reading because I'm reading for a majority people, but if I was reading this one-on-one with you sat across the table from me, I would say that some of you are thinking about going on a spiritual retreat or a journey where you discover more about yourself. And I feel this is strongly where you will meet this new person, okay? It can be a quick trip. It doesn't have to be like a big vacation. It could be a little quick getaway. For some of you, there may even be like a weekend away somewhere where there are activities which are bringing peace of mind. Tap into your creativity. So if you have something like that booked, or it's been on your mind to book, there is a strong potential for you to meet a person at an event like that, okay? We've got that 6 of Swords, which can indicate that you've been really tested when it comes to love, but you're coming out, passing that test, and you've been through a rite of passage. But also, this card can indicate that you've had some turbulent times in the past, and you kind of expect more ahead. That's what I mean by that fight or flight mode. Some of you have been in survival mode, or you've been feeling that you've had to put love on the back burner because you have other things on your plate that you need to prioritize right now. But I feel like everything from here on in, after the 6 weeks, it's going to be calmer for you. It's going to be plain sailing for you. It's just easier for you. And I feel that also helps you open up to meeting someone new. Now, of course, this card often means that you're in a transition towards meeting someone who is more in alignment with what you want in a relationship, and you're being guided there. There's 2 people in that boat. So, of course, it's highlighting your hope is that you meet a high-level commitment, someone who's on the same page as you, wants to move in the same direction as you, someone who brings peace rather than drama, someone who is not selfish, someone who is thoughtful, kind, someone who is honest and knows what they want, is emotionally available. And of course, the fear here is connecting to someone who cannot move on from their past, or, basically someone who is only in it for the physical, who does not want to emotionally be available for the next stages of a relationship. I feel like, you're so fed up of investing in connections and it leading nowhere. So I feel like you're hesitant. That's what that 2 of Swords is. So when you meet this person, it's almost like you may be just feeling a little bit uncertain, like there's no expectation when you meet this new person. And that's when things start to get really spicy, okay? Because I feel it's really wonderfully flirtatious and organic, and there's no expectation, and that's why it just feels free and right, okay, with you and this new person. Now, also, there is a small percentage coming through. A lot of you may be thinking about emigrating or going overseas or relocating. And if that's you, I feel like you'll meet this person when you action that, okay? So that's coming through there strongly. But if you are only thinking about doing something like that, but you're not completely there yet, it can be, especially if, for example, you're like, yeah, I would like to relocate in a couple of years. Okay, I feel like you meet someone before you relocate and you're hoping that they will want to share the same journey as you relocating. And I feel like they will, okay? So that's coming through there too. Now, your outcome energy is the 10 of Pentacles, which is marriage. It's a high-level commitment. But also this is a card of focusing on your family responsibilities, is what I see. And a lot of you are breaking ancestral wounding, which has given extra time to your single life. I feel like you know that already. There's a period here of reprogramming. We have to acknowledge as we become an adult that we need to reprogram certain things, beliefs, or patterns that we have picked up along the way from people who were unhealed people who have taught us. So there's no blame here, but I feel like you're acknowledging patterns or cycles of repeat that you have found yourself in, and you're recognizing that you're breaking free from that in order to open yourself up to your happy ever after. Ten of Pentacles is the marriage card. It means settling down with a reliable person, someone you can count on. It can indicate your patience actually brings you to the person who is your soulmate, the person you were always meant to be with. Now, of course, not everybody wants to get married, but I do feel that there is a high level commitment here. You will settle down with this person. You will build a family with this person. Now, of course, not everybody wants to have children, for example, or cannot have children. So, you know, the idea of a family could also be pets, or it could be just each other. So please apply it to your vision of what it is that you want in a high level commitment, because that outcome card tells me that you will achieve it, and it is secure, and it is for life. This new person who's coming in is for keeps, but I feel the way you find this person is by rediscovering that passionate side of yourself and connecting to something that brings you immense joy. Oh my gosh. I wish I'd said it, but I did not. Just before I actually started your reading, I always do like a 10-minute meditation, okay? And before I even started the meditation, I sat down at the altar, and I just took a moment before I was about to do it, and I saw a bee, okay? And I was like, oh, that's interesting. But because I hadn't started your meditation and I hadn't started the reading at all, I don't like to influence with any images that come out. And you just got a bee card. So the fact that I saw it before, and I can't call it, so let's just dismiss it, okay? You know, if someone said that to me as well, I'd be like, yeah, right. But, you know, of course, I didn't write it down, so I have no proof. But I would say look out for the symbol of a bee, because I feel it could be relevant. I mean, this could indicate that you're super busy, and it's about taking charge of your time, especially since you've got the hourglass there. You're not missing out on love or life. You're just doing what you need to do right now. And when the moment is right, the universe is going to orchestrate a meeting between you and this person, but you have to be ready. It can also indicate be more community based, or you're going to do something which has you involved in a group of people, creative collaborations, okay? So it says here, the bee works hard towards a common goal and always has others in mind. This card can indicate an opportunity for a new synergistic career or romantic partnership that may present itself. I'm loving that, okay? And I'm always like kicking myself right now that I didn't write down the bee. I should always write down the images that I get, because I get so many all the time. You know, I always hear songs as well. And, you know, I kind of dismiss everything because it's so much sometimes that I'm like, I don't want to influence a reading, but here we are. So I would say look out for an emblem of a bee. Could be on someone's purse. Could be... you see a real one just before you're about to meet the one. These images, as I said, may mean nothing at the time, but everything starts to slot into place. It has a meaning, and we have hourglass as well. Okay, so yes, you've been patiently waiting. It says, there may be a worry of missing out or that life is passing you by. Trust that what is meant for you will find you exactly when it is supposed to. Be open to the way that the events unfold. Now, these two cards indicate that you've waited a long time for love. Be open to events as they unfold. There's something you're called to do right now, something that reignites your passion. And when you do it, be open, because you're about to meet a romantic partnership along the way that will lead to a higher level commitment eventually. So I'll leave it there. Just going to go and get a trinket or a rune before we close. Okay, so they just got one. So we've got a coffee cup. Okay, so this can indicate that this person may invite you for a beverage before, you know, you really get to know each other. It could be a date there. Could ask you for like a coffee, or it just feels like two people getting to know each other. You know, this really kind of wonderful, deep connection. And because it's one cup, of course, it connects to the Ace of Cups, which is love. But also, I feel the cup of love always starts with the self first. So I feel this is about you going through this period of solitude on purpose to get to know yourself and love yourself, because, you know, you are the one permanent person in your life. It's about enjoying who you are and enjoying the journey, and everything else starts to slot into place after that. But is there love coming for you? The answer is yes. So I will leave it there, my beautiful Aries. I hope something resonates in this reading for you. Thank you so much, and love and light.